All right, Detroit Lions may have a really, really tough decision to make as early as next week on at least cutting 10 players. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We back. Mercy Sports Talk. Got a few videos for you guys today. Maybe even more if some news come up. But in the free press, it says Detroit Lions face decision. Cut 10 players to keep rookies away from vets to start camp. Let's get into it. This article is in the free press. It said the first round of coronavirus-related job cuts are coming to the Detroit Lions, and they could happen as soon as next week. The NFL and its Players Association agreed Friday to a new rule for training camp that includes a smaller preseason roster of 80 players. Currently, teams have 90-man rosters that will be reduced to 53 before the first game is played, as most of us know. The NFL gave teams two options to trim their rosters according to the memo obtained by SI, Sports Illustrated to be exact. Option 1, teams can cut 90 to 80 players on or before Tuesday when players are due to report for the start of camp. Option 2, teams can carry all 90 on the roster, but must split their teams into two working groups. Group 1 is consisted of rookies and first-year players, with quarterbacks and injured players allowed to be included at the club's discretion. Group 2 consists of veteran players. If teams choose Option 2, they can reduce their rosters to 80 anytime before the padded practices begin August 17. Okay, while the Lions and other teams may be tempted to keep their rosters at 90-man rosters for the next few weeks, to guard against COVID-19 related absence, both now and in the future. Doing so will require potential rookie contributors to work apart from the players they'll be playing alongside this season. So they definitely have a huge decision to make here. My opinion, it's so hard to cut down 10 players and you ain't did nothing but OTA work, and that's just basically or virtual off-season work, and that's going to be based off of study habits, where you retaining information, where you comprehending information, where you remembering the plays. And some players are better at doing it and then learning it. All right. You know what I'm saying? Some players can read it and they can learn it and they can do it on the field. So just because you comprehending it the right way in the classroom don't mean you can put it together on the field. So they're not going to have an opportunity to see these players put it together. So basically, it's going to go on virtual work and basically the players that they already, basically graded on. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, I would just cut down from 90 to 80. You hope and you pray you don't cut a jewel, but you need your rookies working with your veterans. You need a Cooter to be working with Desmond Trufant and Justin Coleman and I do miss Quadre Diggs, but Tracy Walker. You need all those dudes working together. So it shouldn't be too hard to cut 10 players. Obviously, who are talented, who you have graded higher, on your draft board, or who you have ranked higher. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. Cut down to 80, have your camp together, and people wondering why are they cutting down the camps from 80 to 90, from 90 to 80 already. It's because the more people, the more contagious and the more possibilities players can get to COVID-19. So I do understand it from that standpoint. It's going to be interesting to see by Tuesday who they cut, but they do have an idea about who's been doing good in the classroom and who they, scouted and what they do well and how they fit in their scheme. Now, could it be a situation where a player get cut and he goes somewhere like, to the Las Vegas Raiders and ball out and we're like, damn, we should have kept him? Yeah. They could happen, but at the end of the day, the really, really successful and innovative teams are going to prosper, during this makeshift season or this Corona season. The bad organizations is going to show. So we're going to see what type of structure Bob and Matt Patricia building, what kind of camaraderie they got, who they going to keep, who they going to go. Some dudes, are not going nowhere. All right, we have some bubble dudes for the 53-man roster. I think some people think Jesse James might be on the bubble. Maybe some other dudes on the bubble, some cap casualties they can cut and, save some money. But, we'll see, man. But personally, I would choose option 1. That's how I'm rolling. I'm straight up choosing option 1. All right? That's just what I'm doing. I'm just cutting the 10 players off the top. But it's going to be tough. These dudes got to, they might, if I was doing a training camp, I think I would create a bubble. Okay? And that's going to be tough to do. I would try to get a nearby hotel room in Allen Park. That's why it probably was good if some of these dudes can get away. And you create your own bubble and test the players. It's going to be hard letting players go home and, get contagious. They should have created a bubble for training camp where dudes stay at a particular hotel. They buy it out. They eat dinner there. They go straight to practice. And do that. But then again, at some point, they got to travel and risk getting COVID anyway when you go in city to city. So it's going to be tough. Not sure how this is going to work. Baseball, UFC, boxing is leading the way, but, the individual combat sports is totally different from this team sport. It's going to be tough. So I heard they bought like a whole bunch of vaccines already. It should be, ready to be dispensed January 2021. But I know a lot of people kind of iffy on it, but we'll see. But let me know what you guys choose. Option 1, cut down from 90 to 80 on Tuesday and keep everybody together. Option 2, keep the rookies away from the veterans, basically, until the padded practices start August 17th. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links in the description. Best way to donate is to share the video. Cash App, PayPal in the description, by the way. But let me know what you guys think. The article is at freepressnews.com. One time, Motor City Sports Talk. We go.